40 years after the Mexico City victory and after Martin Luther King's assassination, and with Barack Obama running the president's race right now.
Yeah.
2008. How do you feel about diversity in America?
Well, it has certainly grown since time, but young and it has grown because so many have sacrificed and literally died just so you and I could sit here on a statue that also was very prolific in the movement of the 60s in terms of human rights, the Olympic Project for Human Rights. That's why this statue is standing. Not that the Olympic Project for Human Rights is the statue. It's only a part of what the Olympic Project for Human Rights was at that time. This is only the appendage. Of course, there's a lot of things that have happened since then. But this is just a pinnacle of my lifetime. Sitting on a statue which was erected actually by the students, student body of this campus, which is the campus I attended back in the 60s. And by the way, graduated from, went on, got my PhD back at this college. And just sitting here looking around here, looking at these folks walking around here. And I believe many, including the black students, know very little of what's going on, what has going on, and some possibly don't even care what's going on, but still they're part of a society that must grow through adversity and diversity.
I had to ask, who is this big statue? What is this? Like, what is the significance of it when I first got to the school?
You know, a lot of people do ask because they really don't know. Now, what year were you born?
1985.
You was born in 85. Now, this statue was done because of 68.
Okay.
So you would know about it because your mother's, your father was probably teenagers, even younger than that, when the thought process of this even became a reality here on campus.
Okay.
Now, I remember walking through this area here as a student here in 64, 65, 66. And little did I know, had no conception, perception, indication that I would one day be immortalized here where I walked through so many times. That's why I tell the students now, he's walking past, I wish I could get up and yell, "Hey, y'all, come here so I can talk." They'll look at me and they'll, he crazy.
Who is he?
Yeah, who is he? What he doing? He should go buy him another suit. But that's the growth in a society we call the world. And I can understand that. But you being a student here, to take the time to talk to me, my trip here, if nobody else understands why I'm here or understands what I did, you are one. And before long, you will be hundreds because you will carry the news of what you did on campus here. People you met, especially this day, and your major, which is, I think it's film and English, which is a great combination. I hope that you live through fruition to it. Don't give up because a few people in the film department think that you are not coordinated in mind enough to be a part of them. That's the Neanderthal process of our nation, not believing that equality hits us all. So you got to stand. And if you don't stand, think of how many youngsters you're going to hurt by your giving up. You know, giving up is not an option. Okay, and don't be a cop-out because of your weakness. You got that, young'un?
Yes, I do. How did you feel when you put your fist in the air when you won?
Lord have mercy, get me off of this stand. I can remember that. I looked at that, and I can remember that move, that look. But I was praying the whole time. But I really wanted to get down. Always works. Prayer changes things, doesn't it? You better believe it. You better believe it. But being a youngster, just had turned 24 years old. I was a year or two older than most athletes on the team because I should have competed in '64. But God knew then that he wasn't ready for me. So I did not make it, not because athletically I was not qualified, but I missed a couple of races that made me ineligible to go on. And I didn't regret that I missed the race because of my age then, a freshman in San Jose State, which was 18 years old. But here I am now, with a student, talking, and you are what, about 20, 21, 22, which was a couple of years older than I was. You know, in fact, we're about the same age I was when I did this. So you know the fright that I had, and you can stand up equally among the same amount of fright of being scared. And I know sometimes those meetings that you have in your department which you represent, I know you're scared, but you gotta lift up your head and don't give in to stupidity. Do not.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, how do you feel about the guy from Australia not being here?
Well, it was his need. He did what he thought necessary, or what he wanted to. The victory stand was an American move against atrocities in this country. But because it was a human rights issue, the Olympic Project of Human Rights, it was global in its powers. But this man was from Australia. And those of us, including yourself, who don't know about the Australian history, know that black folks are not one of their most interested social works. They have Aborigines, which they work hard to keep subordinate, and blacks are not a part of that. Since 1954, blacks were not allowed to become a part of Australia and its customary citizenship. So he didn't believe in, not necessarily in black folks. That's his situation. But he believed in what we were doing, what was done, regardless of our color. It could have been any color, but he believed in human rights issue globally, human rights, and that's why he stood with an Olympic Project for Human Rights button on. Well, it wasn't my choice that he wear it, but it was other people's choices that he received one. And he told me that he would give up his spot here so others could identify with what we did. Me understanding what he was talking about. He is not an American. Therefore, standing with Americans is not necessarily why he wore the button or why he believed in human rights. It's just that he believed in it because it was his civil duty and his collective experience in his religion. So he didn't back me and John Collins. We didn't need him, white guy, or any other guy to back us if they didn't believe in equal equality and human rights. So he left this for those who wanted to identify with what happened. And he gave this spot up for that to happen.
Where do you live now? I
live in Georgia.
Why?
Well, there's a lot of history behind that. Number one, we had a daughter that wanted to go to a HBCU. And she chose a college she wanted to choose a college out of California. So she wanted to go to Georgia because she had a brother there, Montel Jordan. It's her brother. So she went there, and well, we took her there. We said, okay, Jennifer, what we're going to do, we're going to take you here, and we're going to rent a car, and we're going to drive around on the outside of campus and find you an apartment. She said, okay. So we got there, rented a car, started driving around, and I started seeing these for sale signs. And I jumped out of the car and went over and picked up the for sale information on the house, and looked at it, looked at the cost, looked at the land around it, looked at the house, looked back. So we forgot Jennifer. We put Jennifer on campus, and then we started looking around for us, for me and my wife Dolores, because we were getting ready to retire from 40 years of college instruction. So, and it's very historic. In fact, in Dr. Martin Luther King's speech, I think on February 28th, 1968, he mentioned that I dream of one day that the sons of slaves and the sons of slave owners can one day commune in the spirit in the mountain of stone, at the mountain of stone, meaning Stone Mountain.
Right.
Guess where I live?
Stone Mountain.
That's right. So I'm living his dream.
See,
which he never saw. That's why he was a dreamer. And he empowered young people around him by his knowledge of what dreams could bring to us and what faith was, which is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen. So you hope, although you can't see it, but it will come to fruition, just like your dream is being in the department that you are here in the college. That's why I don't want you to give up.
Okay.
We got a truce now?
Yes.
Okay.
We have a truce. Thank you. It was nice meeting you.
Okay, young'un. Take care of yourself.
Very inspirational.
Thank you.
Hope to see you again.
Oh, you will. You will. Just have some food next time, all right?
Okay.
All right.
Thank you. Wait, one more time? Okay. And we want to give a shout out to LOTW and say thank you for all your support and all your help and for sponsoring us. Thank you.
Very good. Very good.
Yeah. You got ready, Doc?
Yeah.
Get out of here.